Good afternoon, Lebanon area seniors. I'm Rebecca. I am the activities coordinator at the Lebanon Senior Center, and welcome to our Crafternoon on this somewhat overcast Thursday afternoon. It is June 11th, and this afternoon we are going to be talking about upcycling. Upcycling, if you do not know, is taking and repurposing items around your house that you might consider trash or don't know what to do with or don't want, and turning them into something else. Generally a piece of art or decor, or who knows, kind of whatever you want. I have been getting some teasing about constantly doing owl projects, and some people believe that I must really like owls. I do like owls, but no, I think when I think of our seniors, I think of the wisdom of aging, and owls always seem to catch my attention. I'm not sure why, it just happens that way. So our owl today is this little guy. This is one that I already made up as an example. I'm going to try to hold him differently here. There he is, or she is. Cute little guy. You might recognize some of those objects already that were used to make this owl. I thought I'd first walk you through what some of these items are that made this one up, and then I'd show you some of the items I still have available. One of the things about using recycled items in your project is you might not have more than one. So if you want to make another, you've got to get creative and think outside the box. Now, if you don't want to make an owl, you don't have to make an owl, because you guys are really creative people. I've seen it in person. You can make whatever animal, alien, abstract art piece you want. It's totally up to you and your imagination. It's art, so interpret away. And I've got my glue gun warming up over here as well. So this little guy, he's got the base of a CD. I have a couple old CDs around the house that either got scratched up or were used in science projects. When my kids were younger, we turned them into wheels of racing cars for various science team projects. So now that the cars are retired, I'm using the wheels for other things. But I thought to make this cute little round body, it also has a nice flat surface to glue on these other items. You probably might recognize some pieces from the eyeballs. I have some old bottle tops, and I've got a button, and I've got a googly eye in there inside. The big round circle is the bottom or top, however you want to look at it, of a frozen juice container. His nose or his beak is also part of that. It's a juice container lid I cut into fourths. So that's one piece there. And then on the back, two of the other pieces were glued on the back to make those pointy little feather ear spikes for where his ears might normally be, or the little tufts of feathers that look like horns on some owls. Their ears are actually on the side, so whichever one of you wants to, get on my case that I don't know the anatomy of an owl, I know it's not the tufty feather thing, so. Alright. And lastly, I beat up some old silverware. I do that on occasion. Usually it's not new stuff. It's old, either old stuff that's been given to us that's not good, or that we use for art projects. So this stuff I'm pretty sure came from the Dollar Tree. It was very bendable, shall we say. So it's pretty easy to break for me to do that. And then I used a paper clip as a hanger on the back. I unbent it and just used the wire. So you could use any wire or object you want to for a hanger. So that's that little owl. So today, let's walk through some of the things that I have here. I do have a pretty darn hefty pair of scissors. Some of the materials you might have noticed are pretty durable. This is not a paper project today. Metal, plastic. You could certainly make one out of paper. You're going to have to keep that one indoors. For my owls, I like to hang them in the trees in the backyard, so I want to make sure they're made of items that can withstand the rain. Yeah, rain, Oregon, I know. I've also got some heavy-duty pliers You might have a pair of tin snips or something that you can cut metal with, in case you want to cut any metal pieces or hard plastic down to size. As I mentioned, I also have my glue gun over here. It's sitting on a nice base where I have a piece of heat resistant countertop sample that I like to use to keep my glue from melting or getting on anything I don't want it to get on. And let's see, so that's the tools other than my hands. Now some of the objects. I've got old plastic cups. You can use plastic plates. I've got plastic forks. I've got not plastic silverware. I've got some metal silverware here. I have a little basket of multicolored buttons. And here are some more bottle tops. I do like me some bottle tops. They're just fun for a couple of different crafts. Now, you can hammer them out if you want to flatten that ridge about them to, make it flat. It just gives a different expression on your owl. I did do that on this sample. I'm not going to do it on the one I am making today. I have a bunch of old watch parts. The gears and doodads and things on them sometimes can be fun to use. I have, canning jar lids. You can certainly use those. And I've got started to break it up. I went ahead and used a heavy-duty kitchen knife to cut into that to give me a head start. Here's an old thimble. That could be fun to use. I have a pair of old eyeglasses that I went ahead and finished breaking apart, just in case maybe this one needs to have a little bit of some different kind of character. Again, there's the watch pieces, another paper clip as my hanger. So that's about it. Oh, forgot the ever important base. And today I happened across an old orange CD. Ooh, so this one's going to definitely add some different color and light as it hangs in the backyard. One of the fun things about using the CD bodies is when they catch light, they make rainbows. It works as a prism. CD. I honestly can't remember what the heck is on here. But I took a peek and it didn't seem like it was anything important, so it's getting used because I thought that the orange was really kind of cool. So I'm going to use that. And then I've got, I haven't had frozen juice in the house in a while, so that's why I broke out the canning lids. Certainly don't have to be new ones. You got old beat up ones. I think those would look even better. And you can certainly do some options here. If you like the white side showing through, you can leave it face up. I liked the metallic look in contrast with my orange CD. So I'm going to take my little handy dandy hot glue gun over here. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right in the rim. Just enough to hold that lid in place. Okay, so I put the glue right around the inside of the rim, and then I placed the seal in there, just enough to hold it, just like that. Of course, then when you realize you just put it opposite way you decided you wanted it, you can always pop it back out. And the good thing about hot glue, even though it can be hot and be a little fun on the burn your finger department, it is pretty easy to remove from metal. So you can take it back out. There we go. And turn something, fix your boo-boo. Pretty easy. All right, I'm gonna let that one sit over there to cool off for just a moment. And repeat that process here. And put my other lid in, and again, glue in the bottom of each bottle cap. And again, then I'm going to take that white button and drop it right on top of that glue in the middle. kind of centering the white of the eye. And there we go. So those are kind of in there now. I'm going to bring them back over, and now I'm going to do a little drop again. I want to make sure I do a little drop because the next buttons are kind of small, and I'm going to lay those buttons right in the middle there, just like that. Oop. There we go. Ta-da! One more. And of course you can use other things besides buttons too. Raid your husband, you know, if you've got a toolbox in the garage, old parts, you know, or anything like that. Certainly if they belong to somebody else, you might want to ask first before running off with them. Might be a part to something they needed. I've got a couple of laptops that I probably am going to beat up and take apart, and they might have some fun pieces to use as well. So there we go. So we've got the insets of our eyeballs, and now I'm going to come in and got to feed some glue in here. All right, got a little glue in the base here, and I'm gluing in an eye. Playing with the stringies. Oop, almost dropped it. I am kind of judging to try to get them kind of the same distance from the rim. I didn't center the eyeballs on this one. I don't know, just a little creative license. There you go. There's our eyeballs. So you don't doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, and this is where you get start, you know, playing around. So we've got the body, and I'm just design on it. And decide if I like it like that, which I think I kind of do. So again, I'm going to, I bent the wings up just a little bit so I had a place to put the glue. So I'm putting it on the flat part, just ran it across, and then I'm glue it into place. Again, metal definitely conducts the heat of the glue gun. So if I don't want to poke it with my fingers, I can find another object to push it down. I'm using a watch back currently. And until it cools off enough, and then I can touch it with my fingers and finish bending that metal just like I want it. So there. Oh, oh. Okay. And if you bend it too much and it pops off, just add a little more glue. There we go. And then decide to quit playing with it and let it be. Sometimes knowing when to leave it alone is the hard that never grew up. All right. So once I've got those down, I am going to go ahead and got a little bit on the tablecloth. Of course I did. Forgot the hole was there. I am going to put some glue above the beak so I can get those eyes on. And I'm going to do a kind of an ample amount because our eyes are pretty big. And I'm going to learn from my mistake and bring it back over to my board here. I do like the eyes to overlap the beak a little bit. Personal preference. And I push down on the bottle cap part of the eyes, not the rim, because since we glued the seal in, if you push down too hard, you can pop the seal right back out. So there, that's what he's looking like so far. Oop. It's like he's tilting his head a little bit. That's okay, it just adds personality, right? And, oh, right, so we have eyes and we have beak. Those are important things. Wings, feet, and if you want to add the tufts, you can certainly add the tufts to your owl. So to do some wings today, I did some metal silverware. To do the metal silverware, things you can do is it's just a lot of bending, or if you have tin snips or to saw with the metal blade, you can certainly do it. But one of the tried and true methods in my house is literally getting super cheap flexible silverware, and you sit here and bend back and forth until it weakens and you can snap it, or until you can cut it or saw it. Now if you wanted to have cute little feet, I'm just bending the spoon and now I'm all of a sudden going, wait a minute, that's kind of a cute little foot. Maybe I want to do that instead of the forks for feet. This is the fun part about getting to be creative. See if I can get them matching. Hurrah. I don't know. Those might be some really cute little feet. What do you think? Yeah, I think we're going to end up using those as of his feet. There we go. He might not turn out to be an owl after all. I don't know. But now he can dance. Look at that. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm here making my owl dance. So let's do feathers before I put feet on, because he's going to need to be flat for that. So I'm turning him upside down. Well, actually, I'm going to leave him right side up first, just so I can, again, audition. So you can certainly take the forks and fan them out. Let's see if I can do this here. Like he's got ruffled feathers a little bit. Feathers like that. Or we can do it more. He's got feathers. Whoop, hard to hold on to him in multiple ways. It's easier to see it when he's laying down. But we can have his feathers a little bit more like that. So I'm over here just trying to decide. Sometimes, you know, you got to do something more than once to make a decision for yourself. I think I'm just going to use the flat edge. I think with the funny feet, he's already got a lot going on. So I'm going to take 3 plastic forks and I'm just going to snap them off at their necks. There you go. So I need 1, 2, should I say 6, 3 on each side. 2, 3. And this is a fun way you can add some more color too. So if you want colorful plumage, you can go down to the dollar store or Walmart, wherever, and get different color plastic utensils. And that can add a lot of fun and diversity into your owl. 2, 3. I just went ahead and did 4 just in case I think it needs to have a fuller body. All right. So I'm going to run some glue just up one side. I got 2 columns, a nice big blob going on. So I can glue down what are now going to be his wings. I am adjusting them a little bit. I like kind of the cascading effect. Yep. There. What do we think? There you go. Okay, so now I need to do the other side. And if you work pretty quickly, you can actually do a little adjusting before it sets too much. So I haven't pushed the second side down yet. I just wanted to be able to turn it over and get a look and kind of see. I think I might want to bring them down just a little bit more. Spread them out just a little bit. Just a little bit to match the other side. Kind of get the same angle. There you go. Now I'm going to give them a little pushed in. Make sure they're really set in the glue. If you do worry about how they'll hold up, you can always go back over with another coating of glue or some clear spray sealant or something. All right, I am going to go ahead. I already made a decision about the legs, so I'm going to Alright, I'm just kind of finding a good spot. Trying to do this in mirror image format. There we go. Just giving the legs a little push. Make sure they get held on with that glue. And there we go, some extra stringies of glue there. And of course I just realized I put his feet on backwards, which always helps a lot. Oh, I lost an eyeball. Again, as I said, always do a little more glue. Now I'm totally realizing why they weren't holding on very well. Nope, just gotta do one at a time. Multitasking has its limits. going to come hang him off the table so I can grab his other leg. Alright, back over and upside down. It's a little bit hot, 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 hot to the touch. Use my friendly edge of the table to hold on. And again, if you need to use another object, to push down and hold something in place. There we go. A little bit better. There we go. Still tilted to one side just a little bit. You can let that glue cool just another second or two. While that glue finishes cooling, we can talk about if we wanted to add the ear tufts. Now I did on this owl, but you don't have to. Not all owls have those. So that's more of a horned owl thing, but a lot of the imagery we see of owls, they have those. So that is up to you. There he goes. Now he's standing up. I'll move those out of the way. There he is. So the broken parts of the eyeglasses, and I kind of thought maybe I would use those in some way. I mean, they give him eyebrows, which are kind of funny. And I might just do that. But again, we could certainly use another piece of tin can. So, if I can do this right here. So, addition 1, that's what one side would look like. You know, however you wanted to do it. But I don't know, I kind of like these little extra eyebrows. So I think I'm going to use those. If I can figure out how to glue them on. Alrighty, so let's see here. I need to put some along. There we go. Alrighty. So last piece. Okay. There we go. So this is our little friend for the day. And he's now a stand-up version. I'm trying to decide, how about if I use my arm? There you go, you can see his little eyes better that way, or his little tufts over his ears. So that's one version, and then we just glue on a bent paper clip if you want a hanging version. So without even trying. We did a standing version and a hanging version today. Two different birds. I think this one's definitely more owl. This one's owl with a twist, shall we say. So those are the different ways you can upcycle some items you have around the house. Recycling old broken pieces, broken eyeglasses, or watch pieces, unused silverware, plastic cups, repurposing tin cans. You can use cans like soup cans and things as well, not just soda cans. So all kinds of pieces you can use to recreate these lovely birds. I hope you have fun. Get a little creative with it. I love to see pictures in the comments about your attempts at making these owls. They're a lot of fun. Have a great afternoon and go get your art on. Bye.